I'm here sui juris in propria persona. I reserve all rights. I, Jonathan Troy Colin Schuster, comma beneficiary and sovereign, and here under fraud, menace, and duress.
Buckle up, because what you're about to witness is courtroom chaos at its finest. This isn't just another routine hearing. This is Jonathan Schuster, a self-proclaimed sovereign citizen who's determined to outsmart the judge with Google University legal theories and a script on his phone. Now, sovereign citizens often argue that courts don't have jurisdiction over them, or that social security numbers somehow create secret financial trusts. Sounds bizarre? That's because it is. But here's the kicker. Jonathan isn't just spouting nonsense. He's trying to use it as a shield against actual criminal charges. And trust me, this clash between legal reality and fantasy lawyering gets heated fast. Will the judge shut him down?
You are now a real party and interest to. I'm here sui juris in propria persona. I've challenged the jurisdiction of this court, and I don't understand. So I do need some questions answered. Is there a bond on this matter?
I believe you were PR. Actually, bail was set at $2,000.
There is a bond on this matter, correct?
Yes, there is.
Okay, and so is my social security number attached to these charges in any way?
I don't believe so.
You don't believe so?
I don't have any record of your social security number. So as far as I know, I don't know your social security number.
No, I'm saying is my social security number attached to these charges in any way?
Only in the extent that it's connected to your driving history.
So is that a yes or a no?
In some way, shape, or form, your social security number is in the system with records on you. That is true.
Okay, so you just told me there was a bond, which means this is a commercial court.
It's not commercial.
Now you're saying that my social security number is attached to these charges. And so, which means this is assessed a case trust action, which you are a real party in interest to. And I just told you I was the beneficiary. You're supposed to be charging the trust. You're not charging the beneficiary. And if you're creating bonds against my trust without my permission, I don't understand. Are you saying you're...
Will Jonathan double down? And what exactly happens when someone thinks they can dismiss their own case? Stay tuned, because this case is about to deliver some jaw-dropping moments, and you'll want to catch every single contradiction, outburst, and courtroom meltdown. And here we go with one of the sovereign citizen classics, claiming that a social security number is somehow tied to court charges through a magical secret bond. This is where the fantasy meets the facts. In reality, bail and bonds are straightforward. It's money or collateral to ensure someone shows up to court. It has nothing to do with hidden bank accounts or trust funds, but Jonathan is convinced otherwise. Question for you guys.
So, and if you cannot prove jurisdiction, then this matter needs to be dismissed with prejudice because this is a commercial matter. I'm a non-U.S. citizen American national by way of American Samoa. I'm beneficiary. I am here sui juris in propria persona, and we cannot move any further on this matter until this is either dismissed with prejudice or you can prove jurisdiction.
So what would you like to do with your case? I assume, Mr. Parent, that you are not representing?
So the man cannot speak for me.
He's not speaking for you, but I am asking him a direct question, so I need you to let him answer.
Okay.
Yes, so the court did appoint us on this matter, but it sounds like he does not want my office to represent him, so I'm happy to withdraw.
You can dismiss yourself.
So would you like to represent yourself in the matter, Mr. Schuster?
Please do not tell me to shut up. You can dismiss yourself.
So he can't dismiss himself, only I can dismiss him. I'm asking you if you wish to have an attorney or if you wish to represent yourself.
This is a trust or sophisticated trust action. And so I'm here sui juris in propria persona. You know what that means. And so we can prove...
Don't know what it means because it's nonsense, but nonetheless...
Prove jurisdiction, or we can dismiss this matter.
Why do you think so many sovereign citizens latch onto this social security conspiracy? Is it denial? Or just a way to feel like they're smarter than the system? Now Jonathan drops the term fraud trust, What does that even mean? Well, nothing. It's gibberish. The sovereign citizen playbook is full of invented phrases meant to sound legal, but collapse under actual scrutiny. Judges and lawyers can't even respond with logic because there's no logic there. Imagy. In trying to argue with someone who insists monopoly money works at Starbucks, it's exactly that level of absurdity.
Your parent represent you. You can choose to obtain private counsel, or you can represent yourself. Let's start there. Which of those
Nobody's
three?
going to represent me. I can present myself, as I
Okay.
said.
So you want,
initially.
so you wish to go pro se? I don't need you to read the script. I need you to tell me if you wish to go pro se.
I told you, I'm here sui juris and propria persona.
Ms. Roberts, are you there?
Yes, Judge.
My inclination is to set this matter over and see if Mr. Schuster wants to give it another shot with his attorney or go pro se. It looks like this is the first pretrial. I suspect he's not prepared to set for trial today.
What is the first one? There's no plead. I've
Okay,
never-
I'm not speaking to you, so you're gonna have to wait. I'm speaking to Ms. Roberts.
I mean,
Judge, I would ask that we set this matter over 1 week.
Do you want to come back to court in 1 week and try again?
we can finish this matter now.
We
There's no
can't.
need
There,
to
we
move
can't.
this any further because
So here's
it's
the
not
thing.
proved in jurisdiction.
Here's the thing. It's not my position today to have to prove jurisdiction to you.
It is. It is your position because
it's
it is
not.
on the courts.
And I'm also not going to argue with you.
There's no
So
arguing.
I'm
That's
going to
just
have
the
you
law.
come back to court in 1 week.
There's nothing you can prove that you have jurisdiction. This man does not speak for me.
So we're going to come back to court on July 1st.
That date doesn't work
Why doesn't it work for you?
because
How the judge stays calm, sticking to the law, while Jonathan piles on more nonsense. This is the clash. Law versus word salad. Here's another dramatic twist. Jonathan refuses legal counsel. He claims only he can dismiss his lawyer. The problem? That's not how the justice system works. When defendants choose to represent themselves, judges bend over backwards to make sure they understand the risks. Because once you waive an attorney, you're walking into a minefield with no map. Jonathan thinks this is a power move, but really, it's like heading into a sword fight armed with a pool noodle. What do you think? Smart strategy or courtroom suicide?
no more time for this matter. And unless you can prove jurisdiction, there's no need for this matter to move any further.
But you're going to come back on July 1st at 9 a.m. If you don't come back on July
Are you
1st,
threatening me now?
I'm telling you, there's going to be a bench warrant issued if you don't show
You're
up. So
threatening me now.
I'm giving you the choice of showing up
No,
or a
I'm
bench
giving
warrant
you the
issuing.
choice to finish this matter now or be responsible for your actions.
We'll set this for July 1st. I'm
Would you
gonna,
like to be responsible for your actions and set this further? Because you can do that, or you can dismiss this matter with prejudice.
I'm not going to do that today. So July 1st, 9 a.m. back in
Now
this
you're
courtroom.
threatening me. Abigail, what's the reason for the threats, Abigail? You violated my rights enough.
We'll just hold Speedy for this
You
week, Ms.
violated my
Roberts.
rights enough. This matter needs to be dismissed with prejudice,
We'll see you back on July 1st,
or else what? You're going to threaten me?
or else the court will issue a bench
So
warrant.
you're threatening me now, Abigail.
I am telling you your
No, I'm telling you
options.
this matter needs to be dismissed with prejudice because you cannot prove jurisdiction. This is a
Signature here.
sesame trust action.
Signature
You're
here,
trying
please,
to
sir.
commit fraud.
Sir,
You're
Mr.
trying to
Schuster.
commit fraud. Miss, I'm
So-
speaking with Abigail.
You're done.
No,
you're
no,
done.
you can't tell me I'm done.
I
This
can.
is no, you don't have power to do that.
Your court case is
You
over.
don't have power to do that.
Sir, your hearing is over. If you don't take your paperwork and leave the courtroom, we'll have you remanded into custody.
You're threatening me now,
I'm
even more so
Giving you
than
a
you already
choice.
were. And if anybody tries to touch me, I'll charge them with assault and
This right here is the heart of every sovereign citizen courtroom battle. Jurisdiction. Jonathan keeps demanding the judge prove jurisdiction, as if the judge needs to pass some test for him. But jurisdiction isn't a mystery. It's a simple fact. The crime happened in Washington State. The court is in Washington State. That's jurisdiction. Period. Yet Jonathan thinks if he keeps saying the word enough times, the case will just vanish. Spoiler alert, it won't. This is courtroom denial at its finest. And here comes the meltdown.
For the record, this man.
Why don't you come up to council table, please, so we can create a record?
No, I don't want to and give you any personal jurisdiction, so I'll stay right here.
No, you'll come to the council table if you would like to be heard and make a record. So you need to come up and turn on the microphone.
No, I don't need to do that for me to be heard.
We are audio recording, so to be heard, you need to come up to the table and sit with the microphone.
You don't have to, I don't have to come up there for you to hear me. You can hear me perfectly fine.
I can hear you, but we are creating a court record, which is audio recording.
Jurisdiction by doing what you said, because you don't have jurisdiction over me. And so, for the record,
Mr. Schuster, I
reserve all rights.
put Mr. Parent as standby counsel. Right now, you don't represent yourself. You have standby counsel.
Appoint counsel to me
Well,
without my permission. He has no permission to be my counsel. I am here sui juris, appropriate persona. I, Jonathan Troy Colin Schuster, am here under fraud, menace, and duress. I have made a special appearance to this court for those reasons. I've challenged the jurisdiction of this court, and you have not answered that challenge, Ms. Jennifer. And so I have some questions for you.
well, right now,
To answer them?
I am not here to be interrogated by you. You are under the jurisdiction of this. I think you understand and you choose not to take in the information. Okay, well, Mr. Schuster.
I don't understand the nature and cause of what's going on. I don't understand how you can practice law from the bench. I don't understand how you can appoint counsel when I've told you over and over and over again that I'm here sui juris appropriate persona. I'm here of my own right in my proper person. He does not have my permission to represent me in any way.
Well, it doesn't sound like you know how to represent yourself either, which you would.
Represent myself.
Well, you would. Either you have counsel or you are acting pro se.
Myself. And so, like I have told you, I'm here sui juris appropriate persona. I have challenged the jurisdiction of this court. You have not answered that challenge. We cannot move any further until you've answered that challenge. Is this common law jurisdiction, or is this an Admiralty maritime jurisdiction?
When the judge sets the next court date, Jonathan's response? That doesn't work for me. I have things to do. As if a criminal case is optional, like a dentist appointment you can reschedule. This is peak sovereign citizen arrogance, believing personal preference overrides the rule of law. Notice the judge's patience here. Calm, firm, and unshaken. Meanwhile, Jonathan spirals deeper into victim mode, claiming threats and duress. What do you guys think? Does the judge's calm demeanor help?
So,
Right.
Mr. Schuster, this is Carmen McDonald. I'm the prosecutor on this particular case. I think where we're at right now is you're being charged with an offense. I can barely hear you, which means the record that you're trying to make is not being picked up and not being recorded. So everything you're saying is not being preserved unless you go to the table up there near the microphone. So that's number one.
For the record,
If you would like,
step up so you can hear me better, and I will speak louder.
being
I will
preserved.
speak louder so you can hear me, but I reserve all my rights, and I'm speaking much louder than anybody else prior to me has spoken.
Mr.
So I just want to make sure that the reporter can hear me.
You are making legal arguments. All right, you are making legal arguments. They should be preserved for the record, which means it needs to be picked up and recorded.
I will begin again so that the recorder
You're
can
not
hear me.
choosing to be silent. You're choosing to make a legal argument. So we need to have that on the record.
For the record, I reserve all rights.
You've made that.
I, Jonathan Troy Colin Schuster, have made a special appearance under fraud, menace, and duress. Fiduciary Jennifer. I've challenged the jurisdiction of this court, which has not been answered. This is a Social Security Sestake trust action, which you are now a real party in interest to. This is a military admiralty jurisdiction under maritime law. However, you must realize that you have no such jurisdiction without also having a valid international contract in dispute. I am not aware of having entered in any international contracts, so I deny that any such contracts exist. Will you please instruct the prosecuting attorney to inform the court if there is such a contract? And if so, place it into evidence and explain how I'm...
Or would you have lost patience long ago? This part is pure theater. Jonathan accuses the court of threatening him when the judge simply explains the reality. Miss your next hearing, and a bench warrant will be issued. That's not a threat. It's procedure. But in Jonathan's worldview, every consequence becomes persecution. Then he tries to flip the script, warning the court that if anyone touches him, he'll charge them with assault. Classic sovereign tactic. Make yourself the victim, even as you're defying every rule.
The city's bringing up whether or not you're able to proceed in this matter. So whether or not you're able to understand the nature of the proceedings and be able to assist your attorney or to represent yourself, you have to be able to meet that threshold. And the fact that I think it's not that you don't understand, I think it's you choose not to understand, and that you have someone giving you information that you are spewing in court. So you're simply off base, but I don't know that it's due to a mental defect that is causing you to not be able to
challenge my competency because I have challenged the jurisdiction of this court, and you have not proved jurisdiction.
In Social Security or contracts or maritime.
You have to prove jurisdiction before we can move any further.
So that's just not how it works in this court, and I don't think you have the legal.
You must prove jurisdiction because I have challenged the jurisdiction. If you cannot prove jurisdiction, then I move to dismiss this matter with prejudice.
That's denied.
And so, Miss Jennifer, can you prove...
I'm Judge Grant, so I'm going to have you...
Can you establish the jurisdiction? Can you prove jurisdiction?
Ms. McDonald, I don't know that this is him not understanding.
I do not understand the nature or cause.
Well, he doesn't have legal training. So that I think is...
That does not matter.
Well,
if I'm here sui juris and propria persona, I'm of my own right. I'm in my proper person. You've created a bond on this matter. You've attached my Social Security to this matter. You're trying to charge my trust without my permission, which is illegal. It's fraud, and I'm not going to stand for that. So you must prove jurisdiction before we can move any further. You've already tried to practice law from the bench, which is illegal. You cannot do. You've tried to assign counsel when I've given no power of attorney to anybody.
Question for the audience. Do you think he actually believes this stuff? Or is it just an act to dodge responsibility? And that's where we'll leave it for now. Jonathan stormed out convinced he had dismissed his own case. But of course, reality doesn't work that way. The judge scheduled him right back in court, proving once again that sovereign, citizen logic collapses under actual law. What we see here is more than just courtroom drama. It's a study in denial.
Assistance to him on a standby basis?
No, Your Honor, he doesn't want any assistance.
Okay.
So I'd ask to withdraw his
So we could go through the colloquy. We can provide him with the form for rights. I don't know that he's going to choose to participate in that. But that would be the next step and set it for trial. So Ms. McDonald.
I don't have a problem setting it for trial. If he's going to waive counsel altogether, then I think we need to have him sign the waiver of right to counsel.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just saying I don't know that he's going to participate in that process either.
Right. No, I understand that.
Speedy trial at August 9th.
It is the burden of the state to prove jurisdiction. The prosecuting attorney has not done that. And so what we have here is we need to dismiss this matter with prejudice. And I motion to dismiss this matter with prejudice.
Denied.
Based on the fact that the prosecuting attorney has not proven jurisdiction.
Mr. Schuster, would you like to sit at this table away from counsel so that we can hear you on the microphone?
Counsel.
Well, you could sit at this table if you'd like. There's a pen and a form and a microphone for you if you'd like.
We cannot move until jurisdiction has been proven.
Yeah, there should be a,
You have failed to prove in jurisdiction.
Jurisdiction is something that we prove at trial. It is a factual issue as
We
well.
we
So
cannot move any further until jurisdiction has been proven. And none of you have done that.
So Mr. Schuster, did the court say that was August, end of August, or?
it was August 9th is speedy trial.
So
And if you plan on having me back here, you're taking away.
Ego, and the dangerous belief that personal interpretation trumps legal authority. If you found this case as shocking, bizarre, and oddly entertaining as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping breakdowns. We've got plenty more sovereign citizen showdowns coming your way, and trust me, you won't want to miss them.